Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday, I covered an article stating that, actually more than one article, where the free media, reported that the US ambassador to South Africa has evidence that, certain evidence that South Africa provided Russia with weapons and ammunition. Supposedly they just loaded a Russian ship with ammunition and weapons, and they asked for justifications, like a teacher asks a student, hey, why would you do that? And like it's your business. United States is not involved in a war in Ukraine. Therefore, why do you ask these guys if they support that? Who are you? You're just another country. I wonder why, let's say, Honduras. Why didn't Honduras ask President Ramaphosa of South Africa, hey, why did you give the Russians weapons? I don't know why Chile did not ask. I don't know why not my friends from Zimbabwe. Why is the United States of America? What do you have in it? So anyway, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the South Africans gave United States an answer, which is a psh, and they all know it. South Africa is lost for the big club. The plantation will not have South Africa. South Africa is a member of the other club, the new forming club. Russia, China, India, South Africa on the BRICS structure. So let's see what's going on here. Russia Today reports on May 12, 2023, South Africa responds to US claims of weapons deliveries to Russia. Washington's accusations are disappointing and undermine bilateral ties, President Cyril Ramaphosa has said. This guy right here. The US and these weasels are trying to undermine the relationship between Russia and South Africa, obviously, and they go all over the world. They tried with the International Criminal Court, which South Africa is a signatory, to arrest Putin if he shows up at the summit, BRICS summit, that's going to be, I think, occurring in 2 months or so, somewhere in the summer. So they say, hey, you gotta arrest Putin. Yeah, they're gonna arrest Putin. Or Putin doesn't show up. That means they give credibility and authority to that international, which is as international as it is, as let's say I and other 3 countries form a international criminal court. Let's say if Romania, Bulgaria, and Hungary, they put together a court, they can call it International Court of Justice or whatever they want to call it. Criminal court. It's international because it's more than one country, obviously. It's 2, it's 3. So the same thing with these guys. United States is not a signatory. Russia is not a signatory. China is not. India. So I guess United States is on the same group with the criminals, right? Not being a signatory of the International Criminal Court. I wonder why. But anyway, this is the hypocrisy. The United States is not a signatory, it's not a member of all these International Criminal Court from The Hague, but they call Putin and all those guys to abide and say, hey, you have this warrant, you should show up in The Hague and be like Milosevic over there. But they, no, we're outside. So you recognize the authority of the ICC or you don't recognize it? Well, I recognize it when I want, and I don't recognize it when I don't want. Well, that tells you, deal with such a person in real life and see what you're going to do. You say, hey, Gigi, over there. Bang, knocked out. All right, let's see. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has pushed back against accusations by a US envoy who claimed that Pretoria provided Russia with military assistance amid the Ukraine conflict. On Thursday, Ruben Brigetti, the US ambassador to South Africa, told the media he's convinced. I'm convinced of many things. Doesn't mean that's true. A lot of people are convinced of many things. A majority, I would say. That Pretoria supplied Moscow with arms and ammunition, which he said were loaded onto a cargo ship in Simonstown, South Africa's main naval base, between December 6 and 8, 2022, and I'm quoting, "The arming of the Russians is extremely serious, and we do not consider this issue to be resolved, and we would like South Africa to start practicing its non-alignment policy," the envoy stated. Brigati was apparently referring to the Russian-flagged ship called Lady R. The vessel was docked at a naval base during this period where it delivered and loaded unidentified cargo, triggering speculation and questions from South African politicians. The ship itself was sanctioned by the U.S. U.S. is not the globe, the world, the global international community. U.S. Treasury Office of Foreign Assets control last May over alleged weapon shipments. It's the U.S., okay? It's not South Africa did not sanction that ship, okay? In a statement on Thursday, Ramaphosa hit back saying Brigati allegations, and I'm quoting, undermine the spirit of cooperation and partnership between the two countries. The president went on to say that no evidence has been provided to support the claims that South Africa was sending arms to Russia, adding, however, that the government has ordered an independent inquiry into the matter. So who needs? They don't need evidence. United States doesn't need evidence. And if you want evidence, their intelligence community will tell you so, and that's it. They're going to draw some papers and going to show you some little toddler-like drawings, and they will say that's the evidence, like they did in Iraq. Remember Colin Powell showing up at United Nations? All right. I urge you to watch that if you didn't. He noted that South Africa and U.S. officials had discussed the issue, agreeing that the investigation, I'm quoting, will be allowed to run its course, and the U.S. intelligence services will provide whatever evidence in their possession. And they will say, no, it's an ongoing investigation. We don't do that. And it says here, I'm quoting, it is therefore disappointing that the U.S. ambassador has adopted a counterproductive public posture that undermines the understanding reached on the matter. So, yeah, my friends, whenever you accuse someone of doing something, have the evidence ready. And the evidence, this guy said, oh, it was a Russian ship over there that we decided to sanction, but it's just we, a country, and we say that they loaded this and they loaded that. Okay, what's your evidence? I mean, if someone says, hey, Gigi, you cheated on your wife. Okay, you were at that building around that area, or maybe at that hotel or wherever, at that house in that particular day, so you must have done that. Well, okay, bring me the evidence. No evidence? Bye-bye. Just allegations. You just respect. You're lost. But anyway, even if South Africa did that, and as I said, I don't think they provided them with weapons or ammunition, but even if they did, what are you going to do about it? Talk? Are you going to sanction South Africa? I think there's going to be kind of like, you know what I mean? So here you have it. Ramaphosa is not a ball-less guy, so we're going to see what's going on with this and with the BRICS summit. The problem is this, probably the Americans want to say, well, we want to come and investigate. Well, if that would be reciprocal, I would agree with that. If you allow us to come and investigate whatever we feel that you should not do, then yeah, we should come over. Unless you think you're the teacher and we are the student. That's exactly how it is. But they want to push it even further. Not the relationship, not teacher-student. Because, it's a master versus, something else. That's how the plantation is ran. How do you think the plantation is? You can't, like Hotel California, the Eagles song, you can never leave. You can come over, but there's no way you leave. The same here is in the plantation. And United States got the grip of the plantation. Let's say Hungary wants to leave the plantation. Do you think it's going to be allowed? Guarantee you not. And then they talk about the Hungary's uprising in the 50s, or they talk about the Czech Republic uprising in the 60s. Oh, the Soviet Union intervened with other weasel countries, except Romania. But anyway, the Warsaw Pact, they did this. Do you think that, as I said, these guys want to get out, they're going to be left? Okay, you go. No. 99.9 guarantee you no. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.